welcome to day 3 of the FuturePrint Virtual Summit 2020, where after the breaking news, I will be joined by our guests live to discuss their new technology and innovations. So to kick off, I am delighted to announce, and broken for the very first time right here, that ACTEGA Metal Print has now revealed the commercial launch of its much anticipated and groundbreaking EcoLeaf digital technology. Previously owned by Lander and shown for the very first time in its concept form at Drupa 2016, EcoLeaf is a completely unique and sustainable alternative for creating decorative metallic embellishments. Integrated inline into analog presses, digital printing presses or finishing equipment, or retrofitted to existing equipment, EcoLeaf technology consists of a printed trigger image and a metallization unit that applies a very thin layer of metal pigment onto a donor roller that is transferred onto the trigger image. By creating the trigger image with different printing methods, you can generate a wide range of metallic effects, and the launch of EcoLeaf Digital, utilizing inkjet printheads, now enables seamless and variable metallization embellishments. I will be joined shortly by Jan Franz Allerkamp to discuss the importance of this launch for our industry shortly. We are going to move on to introduce, and I have the pleasure to introduce, the Managing Director of ACTEGA Metal Print, Jan Franz Allerkamp, who can tell us why EcoLeaf Digital is an important launch and its potential impact, and how it might support businesses emerging from the pandemic. Jan Franz, are you with us today?
Yes, how are you? Good morning.
Yes, great. Thank you very much. Lovely to have you with us. So the first question I'd like to kick off with is congratulations, first of all, on the launch. Very well done. And secondly, what is a trigger image and how is EcoLeaf Digital different from your original solution?
Okay, thanks for the congratulations, Brendan. Our trigger image is actually very similar to a standard adhesive you print for standard cold foil. In our case, it's printed currently in flexo, in rotary screen, in flatbed screen, to bring the adhesive on the substrate, which in our metallization unit transfers the metal pigments onto the substrate. Now, the breaking news is that originally we were only able to print this trigger image in analog printing techniques. And we have been able to do this now also in inkjet, which is really a breakthrough because it delivers another big advantage, which is really seamless and variable metallization. And if you put this all together, we believe in our process, since we are more or less waste-free compared to standard foil processes, you can even call us the only real true digital metallization solution. Since now we are able to print the trigger image in inkjet, and on top we have no waste in our process. And that's why we believe we are the only true digital metallization solution.
So that is really, really exciting news for our industry, that next step up and that evolution in this project. So can you tell us, who is the solution really aimed at? And
Yes.
can you explain just some of its really key benefits for us today?
Okay, pleasure. So we will start in the label industry, focusing on a narrow web format around 430. Later on, certainly, we will expand to other applications, going also into the folding carton space. But this will take some time. First, we focus on labels. For labels, we believe we can deliver a number of significant benefits to printers. First is, of course, our process is a really sustainable alternative in the way you create decorative embellishments. You don't use foil, you don't use in our process, and thereby you reduce the waste associated with this technology. We can be integrated inline almost in all available analog, digital or finishing equipment platforms, which is a great add-on for existing machines as well. And by using the different printing techniques I mentioned in the first question, you are able to achieve different values. So when you print the trigger image that you mentioned, in Flexo, you achieve very, very fine details. When you print it in screen, you can achieve a very nice tactile effect without any embossing. And when you print it in inkjet, of course, as I mentioned, you have the big benefit of seamless and variable metallization. So in summary, we believe our technology can save cost for printers and can save waste for printers. And since both topics, we believe also in the current crisis, are the ones that are of highest importance for everybody, we come at the right point in time into the market.
Yeah, fantastic. And talking about coming at the right point in time into the market, so can you tell those who are on the call and for those who watch this afterwards about the commercial availability of this new technology?
Yes. So currently we are in beta. We also announced our first German beta site already into the market. We are now installing further machines in the coming weeks and months to have a high single-digit number of machines installed by year end. But the important news is we are taking orders already now for next year.
Fantastic.
So we will ship the first industrial machines early next year. And for that reason, we are prepared to take orders, and everybody is welcome to get into contact with me or anyone of my team on LinkedIn or via our website or any other digital solution we now are all using in the current crisis.
And that is really exciting news. I mean, for so many of us that saw the development of this technology and saw it launched at Drupa and all of the excitement and the hype around it, it's fantastic that this project has come full circle to now. So really big congratulations on that.
Thanks. It was a lot of work indeed.
Oh, I'm sure.
If you consider that in our process, the way we transfer metal pigments onto a substrate, it's a complete new transfer process. It's almost a complete new printing process. And that's also the reason why it took so much time to get until the point where we are right now.
Yeah, yeah. So really, the next question is, how important is EcoLeaf Digital and the other solutions like it for businesses looking to re-emerge from COVID-19? Really with something to differentiate them. And to give you a little bit of a context for that question is that, at least in the UK, and I'm sure it's the same all over the world, is that we've seen trends that were progressing and may have come to fruition in the next 5 to 8 years, really narrowed down and accelerated. So with things like the print industry moving to become a much more high-end, luxury, differentiated, tactile industry, how important is this technology to allow them to differentiate their businesses?
Okay. So first of all, talking about the importance of digital, I have to quote my dear friend Benny Lander, who invented this technology in first instance a number of years ago. And he once said, everything that can become digital will become digital. And if you take this approach, and if you think about the current embellishment technologies that are available, certainly there's a lot of opportunities for us to come with our solution. When we use the mentioned digital printed trigger image, you really have a process that is fully digital, and in this regards also delivers a lot of sustainability advantages over other technologies. And this is what we are hearing from brand owners in the cosmetic space, but also in the food and beverage space, is of highest importance and will become even more important probably in the coming months and years, because embellishment will continue to have a high impact on consumer behavior, while on the other hand, everybody wants to save waste, everybody wants to save CO2, everybody wants to bring his part into the sustainability agenda of the printing industry. And here I think also together with the possibility that we deliver very strong ROI benefits, like what Rob mentioned also earlier, we really touch on the two biggest topics that are available in the printing industry currently. The one is cost saving, and the other is sustainability improvement.
Yeah, fantastic. And then just the last question for you today is, having seen the development of this technology since the last Drupa and its connection with Lander, of course, can you just give us some idea and insight into what it's been like working on such a big project? And you said you were so busy all the time, and it's your hopes for the future.
Yes, tough question. So we started as a one-man show. Basically, when we took over this technology from Benny 3.5 years ago, I was the first employer, and today we run a team of, I think, more than 40 people now, who are all working only on this subject of EcoLeaf. It took a long way, it took a lot of effort, a lot of investments also for our shareholder, but we believe the opportunity is huge, especially in the current environment. And we are prepared to play a certain part into making printing more sustainable and making printing more digital. And this makes also a lot of fun, and this is very important for the team. And many people of my team work very, very long hours, and we work very tough also in the current environment to install our first machines, which everybody of you knows is not that easy. Traveling inside Germany was possible, but traveling outside into European countries was very tough. And that is why also our initial beta machines outside Germany were a bit delayed. But now things are opening up again, and the team is very, very eager to get into the next steps. And it's wonderful to see our machines and units running at customer sites, and to see also the people engagement to test the new technology. And yeah, it's a wonderful experience. I'm glad I took this responsibility 3.5 years ago, and I'm very happy where we are right now.
Fantastic. And on behalf of my own organization, the IPIA, the Independent Print Industries Association, just a very hearty congratulations for being able to complete this process and move to this next stage of commercial availability. I think it's inspirational for the whole industry to see this type of really high-end technological development taking place. We certainly feel that our print industry globally has a strong and bright future. So, thank you for being part of that.